Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys the different places you could put a GoPro on a dirt bike. I, for this whole video, practically use the suction cup because I didn't want to put a suction mount, a sticky mount on a part of my dirt bike and then not like the angle at all. So suction cup's easy because you just put it on there. If you don't like it, you just take it right off. But you know, obviously there's a factor of it, you know, not sticking on there very well, but I haven't really ever had that problem. So let's get started. The first one here, I put it on the left side panel. There's the back of it. You see the little angle of it. It's the front. This angle, I don't know. It looks cool because you can still see whatever's in front of you practically, but it just depends where you put it on the side panel. Because if you put it like at the bottom of the side panel, it's not gonna be very stable at all. Plus, it's just gonna be shaky. And right there, you can see the clutch and everything. And you can see my foot right there doing the shifting and stuff. So I like it because you can see the clutch, but it's just, I don't know, it's a good view. But when you put the suction cup on the bike, you're gonna have a louder noise, and it just depends where you put it on the bike, because it's gonna rattle in certain spots. So you have to put it near like a bolt so the plastic is more stable and stuff like that. But the angle for all of these that I've used, all these camera angles, I'm using a GoPro 960, and I'm using the 960 feature because it's a lot taller and it looks better. I think it's always better to have the 960 feature on a dirt bike because you see a lot more. So the next one is this right side panel one. There's the front of it there, and then there's the back of it. Problem with this one is that it kind of gets in the way when you flip your foot over, but again, it's kind of the same view pretty much. But also, it's gonna have the noise factor because the exhaust is right there. It's just not too stable. When the side panels are just not stable enough, especially because there's only 2 bolts that are holding that in. So whenever you hit a bump or anything, it's gonna shake the side panel, and then it screws up your camera. So it's same as the left side pretty much. Next one, I put this on the rear fender. For some reason, I thought it was gonna be a good one. Yeah, it definitely wasn't. But you'll see right here. It looks so stupid. Look it. I look like a fat there. I look like a fat guy, like a Faggio for Grand Theft Auto 4. Now, you can't see anything. My shirt's all blown up. I mean, maybe if you had a chest protector on or something, that wouldn't happen. But it's the best one. But I don't know why. I mean, maybe if you stand and you ride, use between your legs. Other than that, it's not that great. Next one, I put it on the headlight of my bike. You can see it right there. You can obviously do it with a number plate because the number plate's flat and you can put it pretty much anywhere. But that's the only flat spot that was really on my headlight there. If you can hear the rattle, it's because my headlight, obviously the headlight isn't, you know, that stable. My actual headlight, the bolt to like adjust it up and down came out, so it just like moves back and forth, and so that's how the rattle was pretty in that one. I think this one's a cool angle because I mean you can pretty much look at yourself when you're riding. It's probably one of the more ideal angles to do it. Look at that wave, being a good citizen right there, being a little trucker. I don't know. That one's probably the best so far out of them. Next one, I put on the right shroud. There's the front, there's the back. This one obviously this was another problem because the front shroud isn't, you know, it isn't that stable, and plus you have to put it far enough forward when you're riding it. When you're sitting on your seat, your knees don't hit it, or any other part of your body doesn't hit it. So you have to put it far enough forward to where it's in a flat spot, and that'll still stay suctioned on there. But it's still a cool angle because you see the tire and the front fender and stuff. I mean, it'd probably be a cool angle if you did wheelies down the street. It's like, I know I can't do it. There's the front, there's the back, and then this one, obviously still the same. Just gotta find a flat spot to put it. Obviously, you can hear the rattle in it. It's just the plastic on the bike isn't completely, you know, rattle free, and so when you put a suction cup or anything on it, it's gonna rattle. It's gonna have a weird noise to it. So those are cool angles. I mean, if you're riding on the street. This one I use the ski pole or seat handlebar mount. This one's probably the best, most ideal one. But the problem with it is that when you put it on, there's bolts that you have to screw under the actual bar, the handlebars. But those screws won't like fit because you'll hit the frame of the bike right near the suspension, and so it doesn't really fit. So I had to put it off to the left a little bit where the handlebars angle up and stuff. But this one obviously is probably the best out of them all because I mean you can see everything in front of you, and it's obviously the most stable too as well. Alright, so with all these other different camera angles that you could put on your bike with the GoPro, I honestly wouldn't really recommend putting any of these on there when you're actually dirt bike riding in the desert or the forest, because if you get in tight stuff, it's gonna fall. It's gonna get hit off, or especially if you fall, or even if you just tip your bike over and it falls, it's gonna mess your camera up. It's gonna either break the housing unit, it's gonna break one of the adjustable arms, or it's gonna break the actual mount or the suction cup, whatever you use. You could do the one on the number plate or the headlight would probably be the best one. You could face it towards yourself, or you could face it whatever direction you're going, forward or whatever. I probably wouldn't suggest it, because the ones that are on the sides and pretty much on sometimes the number plate and the headlight, that they're just not stable enough, because the plastic, it's only bolted down in a couple spots and you only have a limited spot to put it, and if you put it lower than where it's bolted into the bike, the plastic isn't going to be very stable enough. If you rode your dirt bike on the street, if you had a dual sport bike or if you had a street bike, it would work out. But for me, I used to have my GoPro on the very end of my visor. It works if you have a flat visor. Obviously, if you don't have a flat visor, it probably won't work too well. But I always see people with it on the very top of their helmet with like a curved mount. Honestly, I think that's a stupid spot to put it. Because if you have a flat visor, or if you're able to put it at the end of your visor, I would put it there, because if you can angle it down a little bit and you have like 960p, that's what I use. 960, it looks good because you get a lot taller range for the camera angle. So when you have it at the end of the visor, you can see the handlebars and the front fender and like what's right in front of you. But if you have it on the top of your helmet with the curved, the visor blocks it all, and you just see farther out, and you can't really see what you're really doing with the handlebars. But I think in January we were dirt bike riding, we were cross country through the desert. We were probably going a good 40 or 45, and I ended up getting sideways. I ended up high setting off my bike and barrel rolling through the air, and as soon as I landed, the thing the mount popped off my visor. If you want to check out that video, I put it in the description. But after that, luckily I went with me. I took with me the suction cup, because I was gonna do this video out there to see how it would turn out, but I just didn't have time. But luckily I brought the suction cup with me, and so then I then put it on my chest protector. And now I think the chest protector, putting it on your chest, either if you have a suction cup or a sticky mount, I think that's obviously the best place to put it, because you can see pretty much how you lean. You can see your handlebars move back and forth. And you can see pretty much the same angle as you would when you put it on top of your helmet, and it looks good because you can pretty much see everything that you're doing. Pretty much, it just depends. You just have to have if you put it on a sticky mount, you just have to use the adjustable arms to get it far enough out, because if you look down, your helmet will hit it. So with the suction cup, it works perfect for me. I just tether it down with a zip tie, and I just loop it through my chest protector. So if it does happen to come off, it's came off like once or twice before, but it's pretty easy to put it back on, and it stays on there really well. And if you want to see the camera angle of where I put the suction cup on my chest protector, where I think it looks the best, just look in the description. I'll put it there. But that's probably about it. So if you like the video, throw me a like. If you got any other places you want to suggest to put them on the bike, leave it in the comments, because I'd like to know, because I like trying a bunch of different angles to see where I could put them and stuff like that. But that's about it. So thanks for watching. So see you.